I thought it was interesting talking to Ira, and then especially with Royal City, because I'd love to go out there. And I mean, it's really nice the way you go down. I mean, it's, the coffin doors up, the access portal doors are up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really easy. I mean, it's not like it's a tough. I was asking him if he knew anything. I heard the scuba divers were stopping.
Really?
So I don't know.
I wonder
that
why.
That was the question. Well, I said the same thing, unless they just couldn't, there was just no business in it anymore. Everybody kind of,
Well, that Valhalla Atlas F down there, that one
that's
seems,
Mark Hannafin.
Yeah, that one seems to be, to have pretty good business. I'm not there every day, obviously, but I don't know. You see quite many pictures.
Well, supposedly the word had it was that Mark is the one that got the Abilene, Kansas site that he's asking $380 for.
That's right.
So I don't know. I mean, I've had one guy call and ask me about it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know. But I hope he gets 380, because if he gets 380 for a raw site, you realize what that makes all of these worth? I'm just laughing, going, God, I hope he gets it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I just can't believe that. I had one guy come in from Indianapolis last week with his wife, and, he wants a site, but I'm just like, you do realize if that goes for 380, I mean, you're going to pump 300,000 to 400,000 into it. You're going to have 800,000 by the time you're done.
Yeah, it's in fair shape. It's not. It's definitely a.
I mean, I was the guy that did own it. I'm sorry to hear he no longer did. I mean, he sent me all those pictures. Those are what's on Siloworld.
Yeah,
he's got that launch console, but they redid the valve, or did some of the valves and the gauges.
Yeah.
I always thought it was a decent looking site, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely fair shape. How about also caught up with Atomic Underground? Did you see his video with the Titan II console?
Oh, yeah.
That was really cool.
Nick.
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Nick's the pilot with
That's
American
right.
Eagle. He flies into here. And, I mean, I don't know. It's just going to be interesting to see, but it's like and now with everything going on with the Ukraine, I mean, now it's going to get crazy.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see the bulk of this shit really go up. I mean, I just do. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. But
you don't think there'll be a resolve?
Well, I mean, I hope there will be, Bryce. But I mean, unless the world is willing to step in, I don't see that happening. I mean, it's all well and good. I love what companies are doing, and I love all that side, but it's not fast enough. I'm sorry, it's just not. Not when you got 40 miles of tanks coming. Sorry.
I mean, it's kind of perplexed to see them shifting back. 30 years ago, Putin kind of wants he wants the USSR kind of how that was.
The way it was. Well, shit, that ain't happening. I mean, and it's not happening in any. If you think Finland's going to go along and Sweden, they'll immediately ask for membership to NATO. I mean, come on, this thing's over. I mean, I'm very sorry for the Ukrainian people. I don't understand why the world just doesn't unite and say, this is the 21st century. We don't need to do this anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that simple, okay? And we're going to stop it. We're going to stop it. But, my argument is, though, too, Bryce, is that the only reason they've even, got a seat at the table is because they have nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Let's face it, right? I mean, I, for the longest time, said their economy is less than Spain. Their per capita income is less than San Salvador. I mean, again, the only reason you got a seat at the table is because you have nuclear weapons.
Well, see, I've looked into SALT 1 and 2 and stuff like that, but I've never really looked into post-USSR Ukraine, like, they had nuclear weapons in Ukraine, or as far as like Russia.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like, was it Ukraine's decision to eliminate nuclear weapons?
Yes, and gave them all back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yeah, and just said, no, we don't want to go down this road. And you can see why. I mean, it's okay. And now you've got the other country. Now you've got them just change their constitution saying now they want to acquire nuclear weapons. And you have to ask yourself, really? Belarus? And you're like, really? Really?
Damn.
So from the other standpoint, I hate to see what's happening humanitarily, but it's like whether the world can step up and just say, no, we're not going to do this anymore and just shut you down. I don't know. So, it's got to be interesting from a strategic standpoint. How far is the guy willing to go?
Oh, yeah.
Personally, I think he's willing to go all the way.
Yeah.
So, everybody's going to have to be extremely careful. But still, I think you've got to hold him accountable. And if that means that, you drive their country into the ground economically, then that's what has to happen. I don't. But you can't do that to all those millions of people. That absolutely is unacceptable. Not in today's times.
Yeah, you have one guy, that's...
I love seeing these girls and everybody else, 50, 60-year-old people standing up with a rifle. One little lady, I watched her say, she says, I don't know how to, never fired a weapon, but she says, I still have two hands, so I can do something. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that Ukrainian president, he, in the street.
Boy, I like him. Awesome. Wow. Yeah. At the end of the day, I don't know who's really going to... God, I think it's got to be hard for the bulk of America to just simply say, geez, can't we help anything other than sanctions? It's great we're sending them weapons, but come on. All they are is a bully, right? Why don't you try bullying us?
Yeah.
Really? But what's going to lead to that. Okay, the other side of me is that, I would really like to say that. Be very careful about crossing 1 foot over onto NATO countries. Really, yeah. I would not go there.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. Well, hey, man, I'll let you go.
Okay, bud. Yeah.
I'll be sure to get his stuff to you and see what you can come.